Our educational journey started in nursery mainstream school. The experience was so negative that I tried to block most of it out of my mind. On one occasion, I remember picking up Noah and he was cold and frozen and shivering, and I asked the teacher what happened. And she told me that they had to keep him 1 hour outside so that he doesn't disturb the other children. That was the last time we took him to that school. The second school that we tried was a base attached to a nursery, and here the ratio of staff, 2 children, was better. However, Noah could never settle properly. The maximum they were able to keep him in there was for 10 minutes. They would call me and I'll go and pick him up, or I'll just wait outside. Following the experiences of the 2 schools, Noah in many ways regressed. He refused to walk, for example, going to school. He became more rigid. He would escape and he would hide under parked cars. He would try and do anything and everything not to reach the school.
In June 2022, there are 120,000 people in England who are waiting for an autism assessment following a GP referral. Over 80% had been waiting for more than 3 months to be seen, with reports of some families having to wait up to 5 years. Families are facing long waits to get a diagnosis that isn't even a guarantee their child will start receiving the support they need. When it comes to education, the problems continue. Pupils with special educational needs are 4.5 times more likely to be permanently excluded from school, and 80% of teachers feel that autistic pupils' education is being affected by a lack of teacher training in how to support those learners. We're working to change this national picture. Autistic children and young adults should have access to an education which empowers them to lead a life full of choice, independence, and opportunity. Through our range of services, resources and partnerships, we're leading autism education to be inclusive, tailored to individual needs, aspirational for learner outcomes and destinations, and person-centred, with decision-making that is led by an individual's preferences, voice and interests. We're bridging the gap in specialist early support by delivering rapid and sustained outcomes in our early years service, working with parents and children together. Empowering parents to feel resilient and confident in meeting the needs of their child leads to aspirational, informed choices and a positive and successful first step into primary education. Our schools and post-19 services have a specialist curriculum that ensures sustained success beyond the age of 25, setting children and young adults up with the skills and independence to lead a life of their choosing. Our outreach team are activating networks, building local capacity, and delivering training and resources which equip teachers and professionals with the skills, knowledge, and confidence to create inclusive classroom settings and keep children at school. We're there at the point of crisis too, with our pilot fast responder service, working with schools and families of pupils at risk of permanent exclusion to remove barriers to learning and reduce the national picture of school placement breakdown. And we're seeing life-changing results. Last year, 100% of learners supported with our outreach service remained in their choice of placement. 96% of pupils referred to the fast responder service have remained in placement with no further exclusions. 100% of our Tram House school leavers are in further education with relevant qualifications. 100% of Tram House and post-19 learners have a person-centred plan that they have been involved in creating, meaning they are now in control of their own future. And 71 families were supported by our fully voluntary funded early years service. And Noah is now thriving at Park House School.
At Park House, for the first couple of weeks, I remember I would sit outside of the school in the park, waiting for a phone call for somebody to call me and say, come and pick Noah up. But that phone call never came. the atmosphere was different. Noah goes in smiling, he comes out smiling. For the first time in a long time, the tutors will give me positive feedback. They speak his language, and that's all Noah needed. When I was reading, I could not believe on how well they were able to provide him. They knew him. And what followed later on was a plan on how to best support him, both in school and outside of school. As a mother, I don't feel useless any longer. I feel that if I work hand in hand with the school, that I could dare to dream, that Noah could have a chance in life.
We need your help to reach more children like Noah and ensure they're getting the education they deserve, to provide a lifeline to parents in those crucial early years, and to be there at the point of crisis to reduce school placement breakdown. By giving a regular monthly donation, fundraising for us, or facilitating a corporate partnership, together we can drive real change. Thank you for your support.